Hey guys, Paul from Ashen.
Hi, Paul!
It is New Comic Book Day for the week of July 8th. We're going to get started right now. This episode brought to you by shirts and pillows. Search and pillows. I don't know why those two things go together, but they do. So buy a shirt or a pillow. You'll see a link in the description down below.
Hey guys, Tim from Capes and Scowls and Team Ashen and like 37 other places. How are you? Are you doing well? That's good. Let's talk about trades. We have Supergirl being super in a new format. Part of their young adult line now. Why not? Everything else becomes Black Label. Why can't things become part of their young adult line? Why not, people? DC Superhero Girls. Weird Science. Ooh, I like that. That's got to be silly and fun. We got Marauders, Volume 1. Jerry Dugan. Good old Jerry. We've got Flash Forward. It's not my Wally. Paul's like, yeah, it's your Wally. It's not my Wally. It's not. Amazing. It's not. Amazing. No. Amazing Spider-Man. I will outlast you. Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 7. This is issues 32 to 36. This is the 2099 tie-in stuff. And last but certainly not least, this book's super good if you haven't checked it out yet. Undiscovered Country, Volume 1. Good old Charles Soule. He's the best. Oh, and then Scott Snyder shows up at some point. I guess he's big too, right?
We had another short week, man. But we did have a Marvel book. So, I mean, it wasn't like last week where, surprisingly, like we had no big two books. We had no Marvel, we had no DC. But we got at least one this week. So you'll see what's going on. First up, we have Stealth issue number 3. We've been on this since the beginning. His main villain, his Joker-like character, has made his move to basically kind of go against Stealth. Basically, Stealth has done bad things because Alzheimer's. He's attacked cops by accident, all this stuff. So basically, his Joker character from the Hand is giving you the options. Like, who do you want? Do you want the devil you know, me, or do you want the devil you don't, Stealth attacking police officers? So somebody turn him in. So that's what this is, and Stealth is now kind of on the run from everybody around him, and that's where this issue kind of moves towards. And it's a really interesting book, man. It is definitely fun. It's definitely one of the ones that I was not expecting to like, not expecting to care about, and it's definitely one that I read every time. So grab this.
All right, you know we like to try to branch out, but these are very lean times with the comics coming in super slow, so we're going to talk about books we've talked about. I'm sorry, we're going to do it. Adventureman, issue 2, the Matt Fraction yarn about classic pulpy kind of characters. This book is really fun, and I love the Terry Dodson art. Terry Dodson's one of my favorite artists. This book follows the mother as she takes the book, she drops her kid off at school, and she investigates what she feels can't possibly be real. And she discovers, actually, Adventureman's kind of headquarters. At least we assume that's what this building is. Can she get in it? What kind of dangers lurk inside the building? There's a lot of really cool things that happen here, as well as a ruined souffle. So, if you enjoyed issue 1, this is potentially even better. I like where they're going. Check it out. If you just check it out. There's no reason not to. It's pretty good.
Next up, we have Sabrina the Teenage Witch, issue number 2. Similar to Stealth, Sabrina has lost the people that she trusts and is kind of spiraling and trying to understand what's going on while still dealing with some of the repercussions of issues before, where she's trying to help her friends Ren and Radka stop being Wendigos.
It happens.
It does happen. And she starts learning more about witchcraft and one of the things that she can do, some of the things that she can fix. And that goes terribly wrong. So it needs to get fixed. So we'll see how that goes, but it's a fun read. Sabrina, I didn't really like until like a year ago. And now the new Archie comics, I mean, she's a really fun, readable character. And I want more. And Kelly Thompson obviously does a great job.
Oh, Kelly Thompson's the best.
Kelly Thompson's awesome. Veronica Fish, Andy Fish, the Fishes.
Yeah. They're both nice.
They're both good people. Check this out.
All right, up next we have Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys again. Yeah, we're doing it again. Issue 2 of The Death of Nancy Drew. So, if you didn't read issue 1 and you plan on it, earmuffs, because I'm about to spoil issue 1. She not dead. That'd be great if that was the whole review. She nearly died. She ended up quickly faking her death and calling one of the Hardy Boys to help her, Frank, I believe, and the other one, I forget his name, Lloyd. He wasn't too thrilled about it. He doesn't like being left out. But they explain the scenario, what happened, and why they had to keep it secret, and then they go on to investigate particular characters. I enjoyed this book a lot. I love how crime and just dark kind of turn they did with Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys. I guess they always kind of had it in those old novels, but I mean, they didn't really kid it up. They didn't really make it silly like a lot of properties when they come back. This is really, really good book. So if you enjoy crime, check it out.
What was my pick of the week? It's a Fantastic Four book. What? I haven't liked a Fantastic Four book in a while, but this is a really good book. It's Empyre, issue number 0, the Fantastic Four series. One of the 90 books that's going to be coming out for Empyre. Yeah, it's gonna be 90 books. It's gonna be 6 regular issues and 90 tie-ins.
But that's gonna take 70 years to come out at the rate the books are coming in.
Yes, at this rate, we're with Empyre for the next 2.5 years. So
hope it's good.
So buckle up. But this is handling the other side of what's going to be happening. Was the Fantastic Four? The Fantastic Four is stuck in space and are trying to get home, and they come across a junker that basically was explaining to him that they have a new barter system because the universal credit system is completely destroyed. They have no idea why, and it comes to find out that part of the reason our money supply has been the way it is because of war profiteering, and the most reliable currency that has been around is the Kree-Skrull war that has raged on for millennia. And now that has kind of ended, the entire universal monetary supply has been completely disrupted, and the Fantastic Four have to figure out what is going on with that while still trying to get home. This is a fun read. This is a really fun read, dealing with some of the elders, dealing with the main points of the thing. This is kind of a throwaway, though. You don't have to read this one to understand anything that's going on with Empyre, or at least we don't know that yet. But it feels like you don't have to care about this one. The Avengers was definitely a setup to the actual issue. This one just feels like an extra story, but it's a really good story. It's a really good story involving the entire family, and if you're a fan of the Fantastic Four, it's a good issue. I wasn't, but I really like this. So this is getting me more interested in Empyre, although I'm not reading 90 books. I'll read 6. I'm not reading 90. But you should read this one.
All right, time for my pick of the week. Paul, what's my pick of the week?
No idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. My pick of the week...
Really?
...is a random issue I just picked up, having not read any of the other ones. Doctor Strange, Surgeon Supreme, is actually my pick of the week. Pretty amazing, right? I jumped right into this book knowing nothing. Essentially, what you have going on here is Doctor Strange, his magic has been corrupted. People have used things that are his to create arcane weapons that are stupid powerful. And he fights some low-level henchmen and discovers that it is, in fact, his magic. And then he sets up a plan to go forward and figure out where these weapons are coming from. I like the nod to some of the lesser-known characters. I really enjoyed the payoff at the end. It actually tied in a bunch of things that happened in some Iron Man issues recently as well. So there's callbacks to things in the recent past. I think the Iron Man from maybe 3 years ago gets referenced here. That's cool. Continuity. Who knew? But Mark Waid is amazing. He's also with Kev Walker on this one. And I loved it. I was actually very, very happy with this book. So go out of your comfort zone. I mean, I like Doctor Strange, but I wasn't reading this. But I can't just always praise Mark Waid is what I thought. I always praise him, don't I?
Yeah.
Hi, Mark Wade. Well, all right, folks, we made it to the end. We got there. I'm very proud of you. Things to plug. There's a new YouTube channel you can subscribe to. It's Paul playing video games. And if you love video games, like Paul loved video games, you probably play video games. It is Team Ashen Gaming. So go on there. You'll see a little cartoony version of Paul. Subscribe, notification bell, ding, all that crap. Do it because I asked you politely. You wouldn't want me to be sad. I can't take any more sadness. So that's it. That's the end of the video. Thank you. And we look forward. Hopefully next week we get more books, more options. I mean, I'll read anything at this point. I want to get you variety, and I keep having to give you the same books, and it worked out this time, I guess, because Doctor Strange was awesome. But anyways, I'm rambling. Bye!